But, whoa, what is this?
I think it's gold.
I wonder what the history behind gold is.
The gold excitement spread like wildfire.
In 1839, James Marshall came to California to build a sawmill on the American River. And one day, while walking on the job, he swore he saw a piece of gold. And that's what started it all.
So how did they all get there?
Well, there were 3 dangerous routes, and they all raced to the American River to find the gold.
The first route was sailing 18,000 miles around South America and up the Pacific coast. Many died of storms, seasickness, and spoiled food.
The second route was to sail the Isthmus of Panama, then sail to California, where a deadly tropical disease awaited them. The third route was trails across North America.
Many died from hardships in rivers, prairies, and mountains.
Life in the mining camps. The mining camps had some really interesting names.
Some of them were Mad Mule, Gulch, Coyote Diggings, and Hangtown. In 1849, the miners were called 49ers. They came from all around the world to California to find gold.
Before the 49ers came, 150,000 Native Americans and 6,000 Californios lived in California. Miners came from all around the world. Many came from New England, some were Native Americans, others were free blacks, enslaved African Americans, Chinese, Mexican, European, South American, and Australian. Nearly 1/10 were Chinese.
So who owned California before the 49ers came?
Well, Mariano Vallejo owned 250,000 acres of land. He was the commander of North California when it belonged to Mexico.
Back in the early 1900s, a professional football team was established by the name of the San Francisco 49ers. They were named after the Northern Californian gold miners back in the early...
There were many ways to mine for gold. One way was using a sluice. A sluice was a series of boxes with ridges on the bottom. Water ran through the sluice, which was angled down.
Was that the only way of finding gold?
No, another way was introduced by the Mexicans. They brought a pan and would fill it with dirt and water. When they swished the dirt and water around, water would fall over the sides along with lightweight materials. What would be left is the materials that weigh more, such as gold. Miners shoveled dirt into the sluice. The rushing water carried lightweight materials along with it. Heavy gold sank to the bottom and was trapped between the ridges.
Gold is found in cracks called veins in the Earth's rocky crust. As mountains and other outcrops of rocky road, the gold veins come to the surface. The gold breaks apart into nuggets, flakes, and dust. Flood waters then wash it downhill into stream beds. To mine the surface gold, 49ers had to use tools designed to separate it from the mud and sand around it. American miners learned some technology from Mexicans who came from the mining region of Sonora.
Really hard for the miners to stay healthy at their camp.
49ers died of murders, accidents, bloody deaths, mobs, whippings, poor foods, and diseases.
That makes me wonder if it was even worth it.
Miners spent days in knee-deep icy water searching for scraps of gold that brought them barely any wealth.
It was really hard for the miners to make money, and the supplies were really expensive.
Oh no, my shovel's broken.
Do you want a new one?
Yeah, how much does this one cost?
$14.
But I haven't found any gold yet, so I don't have any money.
Many miners cheated each other out.
If you give me all the gold that you mine for a whole year, I'll give you a document to make you be a free slave.
Deal. Here's all my gold for the rest of the year.
Okay, I guess you're a free slave.
Thank you.
Do you have my documents?
Nope, I guess it disappeared. Get back to work, slave. Americans were angry at the Chinese for their hard work, success, food, and many customs. You need to get out of here. This is American mining zone.
You might wonder the effects of the California gold rush.
In 1850, California became a free state because of so many immigrants that came to California for the gold rush.
In 1852, the gold rush was over. In 1870, the population fell from 150,000 to 58,000 because of the conflicts between the Native Americans and the Californios. Many of the miners either died or left.
While the California gold rush lasted, nearly 250,000 people moved to California. This economic growth changed California forever. The port of San Francisco became the center of trade, manufacturing, shipping, and banking. Sacramento became the center of productive farming.
Looks like the gold rush really did impact history.
In 1839, James Marshall came to California to build a sawmill on the American River. So how do you think they all got there?
Who owned California before? Stop saying the word. The mining camps had really interesting names. One of them was named Mad Mule.
Gulch. Mining camps had some really interesting names.
One of them was Mad Mule. What were some of the names of the mining camps?
Some names were Mad Mule, Gulch, Mole. Some of the mining camps had really interesting names.
Some of them were named...
Some of that one.
The 49ers that came to mine gold were whites. There were many ways to mine gold. One way was using a sluice. A sluice was a series of boxes with ridges on the bottom. Water ran through the sluice, which angled downward.
Gold is found in cracks called veins in the Earth's rocky crust. As mountains and other outcrops of rocks erode, the gold veins come to the surface. The gold breaks apart into nuggets, flakes, and dust. Flood waters then wash
The California Gold Rush lasted.